Hey everyone, welcome to Whispering Words. If you're here, you probably care about using your time better, whether it's for learning English, boosting your productivity, or maybe just living a bit more intentionally.
Thanks for joining us today. Time, as they say, is the most precious resource we have, and we often don't realize how much of it we waste until it's gone. That's why we're here, to help you take ownership of your minutes.
Oh my gosh, yes. Think about it. We all say we don't have enough time, but we're all working with the same 24 hours, right? It's like, if someone else can make it work, why can't we?
Exactly. And today's episode is, well, it's all about not wasting your time. We'll talk about why time is so valuable, the common ways people waste it, and of course, how to use it wisely.
Seriously, this episode is packed with tips and real-life examples of people who've turned their days around by making small changes. So if you're feeling stuck, don't worry. We've got you covered.
And as always, our goal isn't just to give you advice, but to help you feel motivated and ready to take action. What you do today shapes your tomorrow.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so let's dive right in, because honestly, there's no better time than now to get started.
All right, let's get started. Everyone gets the same 24 hours in a day. It's what we do with it that makes the difference. No matter who you are or where you come from, how you use your time is what really sets you apart.
Oh, totally. And you can lose money and make it back, right? But once time is gone, poof, it's gone forever. That's what makes it priceless.
Exactly. Unlike money or possessions, you can't save time or go back and rewind it. It's always moving forward, and that's why wasting it is, in a sense, like wasting a part of your life. Every minute is a chance to grow or to create something meaningful.
Yeah, but let's be honest. We've all been guilty of wasting it, right? I used to think being busy meant I was doing something productive.
That's a big one. People often confuse being busy with being effective. But sometimes you're just spinning your wheels without actually getting anywhere.
Oh my gosh, this was so me during university. I'd spend hours on group projects, scheduling everything, color coding tasks, you name it. But at the end of the day, I'd realize I hadn't done any of my important assignments. It felt productive, but honestly, it wasn't.
That's such a good example. And it ties into one of the signs that you're wasting time. That feeling at the end of the day when you know you were busy, but you're not really satisfied with what you achieved.
Ugh, yes, when you're all tired and frustrated because you didn't really work on the things that mattered most. It's the worst.
Absolutely. And other signs might include feeling unproductive or guilty when the day slips away, or spending too much time on activities that don't align with your goals, whether it's endless scrolling on your phone or procrastinating important work.
That's so true. What's even crazier is how fast time can just slip through your fingers when you're not paying attention.
That's why awareness is key. Once you can recognize where your time is going, you can start to make intentional changes. Otherwise, it just vanishes like sand in an hourglass.
Speaking of being more aware of where our time goes, let's dive into habits. Those sneaky little routines that can silently steal hours from our day. Okay, confession. Julia's story, totally relatable.
Definitely. She mentioned how she used to spend hours watching silly videos online. It felt harmless, but before she knew it, half the day was gone, and with nothing to show for it.
Oh my gosh, yes. How often do we all fall into that trap? You open your phone to check one thing, and suddenly you're deep into some random rabbit hole.
Exactly. It's this mindless scrolling that really steals time without you noticing. But once she took a step back and saw how much of her day was wasted, she made a change. Small, consistent steps to regain control.
That's so inspiring, right? She proved that you don't need drastic changes to build better habits. Little shifts, like swapping out one bad habit for something productive, make all the difference.
And that's where Daniel's story comes in. He used to spend about 30 minutes a day scrolling through social media. Then he decided, instead of scrolling, he'd use that time to read English stories. And guess what? Over time, those 30 minutes really added up, and his English improved significantly.
That's wild, but honestly, so true. Think about it. You're spending the time anyway, right? So why not turn it into something useful? What if instead of letting technology distract us, we used it to, help us grow?
That's the key, isn't it? Technology can be either a tool or a trap. It's about making conscious choices. deciding when to engage with it productively rather than letting it control your day.
Absolutely. But I gotta ask, what's your biggest time waster, you think? Like, what's that one habit you know you need to break?
For me, it's over-checking emails. I used to think I needed to respond to every email right away, but really, it just disrupted my day and pulled me away from more important tasks.
Oh, email guilt. That's real. Mine's definitely when I say, I'll do it later, and then, well, I don't. Procrastination is like my ultimate bad habit.
And that's the thing, right? Whether it's procrastination, spending too much time on social media, or over-focusing on work that isn't meaningful, recognizing the habit is the first step to breaking it.
Exactly. Like, if you don't know what's eating your time, how can you even start to fix it? Spoiler alert, you can't.
Right. Awareness uncovers those blind spots. And from there, it's about asking yourself, how can I realign my habits with my goals? Even small changes, when done consistently, can lead to life-changing results.
So yeah, once you spot those habits that eat up your time, it's all about how you manage it moving forward. And honestly, time management, it doesn't have to be this super complicated thing. It's really about small, simple steps. Trust me, those little changes can make a huge difference.
Absolutely. For example, setting clear goals is one of the simplest yet most powerful strategies. Think of it like this. Without clear goals, you're just wandering aimlessly through your day. But when you know exactly what you want to achieve, say learning 10 new English words each day, you're focused. You have purpose.
Oh my gosh, yes. And that's why having a daily plan is a game changer. Like, write down 2 or 3 important tasks every morning. Just a few, not 10, because that's overwhelming, right?
Right. The fewer tasks you list, the better. When you concentrate on what really matters, you're more likely to accomplish those key objectives. And that brings us to prioritizing, knowing which task is the most important and tackling it first while your energy is still high.
Totally. Like, hey, if you're most productive in the morning, don't waste that time on, I don't know, replying to random messages. Dive into your top priority while you're in the zone.
Exactly. Another tip that's been a lifesaver for me is limiting distractions. Simple things like turning off notifications or using the Pomodoro technique can drastically improve your focus.
Ugh, notifications. Don't even get me started. Like one buzz and boom, there goes 20 minutes of your day.
It's unbelievable how much time distractions can steal if you're not careful. And lastly, make use of the small moments. Whether you're cooking, commuting, or waiting in line, those little pockets of time can be perfect for listening to English podcasts or practicing vocabulary.
Oh, I love that. Like Maria, she didn't have tons of time, right? But she used those random 5 or 10-minute moments to listen to podcasts, and now her listening skills are amazing.
Exactly. And Ali's story is another great example. He started with just 10 minutes a day, a manageable commitment, and over time he became fluent in English. It's proof that consistency beats intensity. Small steps, big results.
Okay, that's so inspiring. But wait, Robert, you're great at managing your time. What's your secret weapon?
For me, it's all about preparation. I like to set everything up the night before, whether it's organizing my to-do list or laying out what I'll need in the morning. That way, I start the day with a clear head and a solid game plan.
Oh my gosh, that's so smart. I feel like that could totally cut down on the morning panic, you know?
It definitely helps. Preparation reduces decision fatigue, saves time, and honestly, it lowers stress. It's a simple habit with a big impact.
You know, Robert, what you said about preparation really struck a chord with me. I mean, every little habit we build, every choice we make with our time, it's not just about organizing our day better, it's about shaping the bigger picture of our lives.
Exactly. Time is life's currency, and how you spend it defines the return on your investment. Mistakes will happen, sure, but what's more important is what you do next, whether you choose to learn from those moments and keep moving forward.
Oh, totally. Progress isn't about perfection, right? It's about those little steps every day that add up over time. I mean, even if you mess up, who cares? What matters is that you keep going.
That's a key point. There's no such thing as the perfect time to start, whether it's learning a new skill, tackling a project, or just making better use of your mornings. The best time to begin is right now. Waiting only makes the mountain seem higher.
Oh my gosh, yes. Waiting is just another way to delay your own success. Like, what are you waiting for? A magical burst of motivation? Because spoiler alert, that's never gonna last.
It's true. Genuine progress doesn't rely on bursts of energy. It's built on consistency, persistence, and a willingness to embrace imperfection. Growth comes from those small daily efforts that, over time, create a life you're proud of.
And that's it, right? Every second, every minute. It's a little piece of the future you're creating. So don't overthink it. Start small, start now, and just keep going.
Take control of your time, and you'll find yourself taking control of your life. The time you spend wisely today becomes the foundation of your future.
So, as Robert said, it's not about waiting for the perfect moment. Just take that small step and begin today. On that note, thank you for joining us for this episode of Whispering Words. We hope you're walking away with ideas to own your minutes and shape your future.
Absolutely. Time management isn't just a skill, it's a way to reclaim your focus and align your actions with what matters most. So start small, be consistent, and watch how it transforms your day-to-day life.
Exactly. And hey, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment wherever you're listening and tell us, what's one thing you're going to stop wasting time on starting now?
It's a great way to hold yourself accountable, and who knows, your comment might inspire someone else to make a change too.
Oh, totally. And don't forget to like this episode, share it with a friend who needs a little time management boost, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future episodes.
Thank you for spending your time with us today. Remember, every minute is an opportunity waiting to be owned. Make it count.
Yes, yes, yes. Keep learning, keep growing. And as we always say, don't waste your time. Bye, everyone.
Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.